This is my daughter's 2015 Mercedes. It's a C250. I don't care about Mercedes. The parts are expensive. You can't work on them yourselves. But let me show you what was going on. She had her seat. Everything worked on her driver's side seat except the backrest. It wouldn't move back and forth. So one day she laid it back, or we laid it back, and we couldn't get it to go forward anymore. Everything rests, the up and down headrest, I mean everything on this button worked except this right here. So I thought it was a fuse. I checked all the fuses and everything was good. So what we did, we actually purchased another one of these switches right here. You see right here, it has the memory. So this switch, and it's kind of expensive just for the switch. So we purchased a switch and we got a mechanic to change it out, and it did the same thing, exact same thing. Nothing, everything worked except the backrest. It wouldn't go back and forth. So it wasn't the switch. So we wasted money getting another switch. So we did a few other things. So we took it to Mercedes, and they charge about $280 diagnostic fee. So what they did, they went through and they checked it out, and they said it wasn't a switch, that it was the motor. So I guess they moved something around and the motor started working. So they gave us a bill and said, hey, they can go ahead and change the motor. It's going to be $1,500 to change the motor. And I asked them, hey, was it working? Is it moving back and forth? They said, yes, it's moving back and forth now. And what I think happened was my daughter got upholstery done, and they changed all this stuff on the seat. And I'll say about 2 or 3 weeks later, maybe she hit a bump and they didn't connect the connector good. So it probably was a loose connector. Sometimes those connectors, if they're not snapped in place, they'll back off. So I think Mercedes saw that and they put it back together and it started working, but they still said, hey, it may go out again. So we had to pay the diagnostic fee of $280, and it's working fine. So like I said, it wasn't the switch. It was something internally. They said it was the motor, and that was going to cost $1,500. But once they connected everything back together, and they wouldn't tell me exactly what they did, but it's working now. So to save yourself some money, I haven't taken this seat or cover or stuff off. I don't like messing with Mercedes. If you're good with doing those things, or you got a friend or a mechanic, have them to take the seat off and check all the connectors and spray them out with contact cleaner or some kind of cleaner, and make sure nothing is disconnected. So like I said, the upholstery guy, he took all of this stuff off and he did all the upholstery. So when he put it all back together, he must then make sure that connection was snapped in place. So this may help you guys. So if you start having problems with your seat, check all your connectors first.